20 years in sales, corporate, high ticket, retail gyms, 20,000 sales calls, and even in person. Like I worked for gyms for so many gyms from 2003 to 2015, had my own gym. I personally closed 25 in sales million in high ticket in under about 3 years, 50 million. I've earned 2 million in personal commissions. My average is about 52K a month. My peaked at 200K, multiple 100K months myself. Sales Sniper, I was number one for 2.5 years. But what I really love is this stuff. So I'm an internal mastery trainer, really specifically certified emotional intelligence trainer, shadow work facilitator, which I love facilitating shadow work. The parts of us that we hide, repress, and deny, they're actually in control of the driver behind the who, right? The person, the business owner, the salesperson. I'm facilitating breath work and somatic shadow work and all these things. I'm a mental performance coach, but most I'm proud of is I'm a father of 4 kids. And I share that because I'm a human. I've had a great success and I built that success with intention. But, and one thing that I want to share with you that I write it down. Yes. This is an important point. I want to land here. Sales didn't change my life at all. It's kind of the mechanism that I landed into. It's becoming the version of me that could actually produce 100, 200K months, change my life. The evolution of a man. So I only work with high performing men, right? Men that want to sell and lead themselves, lead life, because 80% of your money game, 80% is who you're being, your mindset, your emotions, your state. So what I do is I get guys to pretty much die their 1.0 version by confronting their shadows, their darkness. And we rebuild their 2.0 operating system, right? Because we all have different operating systems. And it's so interesting because I literally was on, I think, Zoom on my phone, and I like it said your operating system is not be upgraded. And I was like, what the fuck? Like I get on, this was like a webinar I was on the other day. And so like our systems, most of ours are outdated. We're running programs from 2010, 15, 20. And so we're like, what the hell? Like, why am I hitting 10K a month, 15K a month? And then I'm pushing the get, like I pushing the gas,
Yeah.
right? A lot to that. Any of you guys can relate to that a little bit? It's kind of like, yeah, I'm doing well, but it's like, shit, why am I? Yeah.
Yep.
So things in the driver's seat, like we're in the driver's seat, but there's these parts of us, like I want to think about this. There's these parts of us behind us that are actually driving the bus, right? And these are called shadows. Anyone ever heard of shadows or shadow work before? You guys heard of that? Yeah, no, too. So like, I really want you to get this because this is really important to understand that there's a parts on the bus, right? There's a part of us that is angry. There's a part of us that has shame. There's a part of us that has guilt. These are our emotions, but there's also a victim part, right? And then there's the opposite part, which is the ownership responsibility part. But the victim, I can't, right? The excuses, the reasons, right? There's a liar part of us just lies and hides. There's a pretender, there's a procrastinator. There's all these parts, and they direction. So if we don't actually have full awareness and integration of those parts, what happens? What do you guys think happens?
Splits. Sabotage.
Sabotage. How's that a sabotage? Yeah, a guy that I'm working with that he's a massive avoider part that's controlling everything, right? And so the avoider part wants to be seen desperately, he wants to connect, but it always goes back to the shame loop. It goes back to the like back and just cycles back to the avoider part. So one of the things, and I'll share with you guys, is that it's important to separate you from that part of you because it's not you, but it's become your identity, who you believe yourself to be. So when a lot of people talk about identity is just who you believe yourself to be in the moment is your identity. So like I'm hearing him, he's in Australia, I'm coaching him even on WhatsApp right now. And the only thing I'm hearing inside the message is, I am struggling. I am having a hard time. Anything you say after the words I am are. And it starts with level one of awareness, just awareness that what am I putting out into the world, right? And what part of me is controlling me that I'm unaware of, that's become a shadow, because whatever we're not aware of, again, has control. So let's do this. This came up. This was not part of what I was going to do, but I don't have anything I was going to do because there's nothing to do. It's whatever the container opens up in the container in the moment. That's kind of how I operate. So we're in this conversation of shadows, right? The pretender, the avoider, there's all parts. How do you guys feel about going in this direction? Would this be
Okay.
yeah?
Like it.
Okay. Let me open up something I'll share with you. Just a little bit deeper. And then we'll do an exercise to kind of get of what actual part of you is controlling you so that you can be aware of it, right? And then we can actually shift it. And there's tools I have for that I have, but which is today awareness. So I'm gonna open this up. I'll show you here. So this is you get my screen?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. A tool called the shadow shift tool. It's not the tool that I want to show you. It's more of the top destructive shadows, right? The parts of us that control everything, all of our relationships, our happiness, our results, and all in our life, and in our sales. The victim, right? Why does this always happen to me? Right? The main behavior complains, blames, feels powerless, wants to rescue. So many people in sales and business owners, they play the victim. It's not my fault. It's the leads, right? How many of you have a victim part that shows up like right now? You're part of me. Like I can't, oh, it's not me. You blame external circumstances in any capacity. Have you a witness that might show up somewhere?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Occasionally time, but
Yeah, or like life in general, because this is sales, but like also in life. Where does that show up? You have any awareness of where that might show up?
just when things don't go your way.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Yeah. So keep going through here. So then there's the saboteur, right? So this is the view that wants to sabotage everything. So the trigger, the mindset here is this is going too well, so something's to go wrong. So because you're successful, you're doing well, the triggered thought is, uh-oh, can't sustain this. This is not okay. This is not allowed. And it becomes what? You create chaos.
Mm.
You create a fight with this partner. So now I can't receive love and give love, right? Or you create chaos and you actually stop doing the very one thing that's actually the thing that got you the result. You just stop doing it. You stop doing the sales activity. You stop doing the connection calls, the follow-ups, and you know that's going to drive the revenue or the emissions. It's like, what the hell? That's the saboteur. It's
Mm.
not you. It's the part of you that sabotages, right? It's the part. So then there's the people pleaser. Oh my gosh, the people pleaser. If I say no, they'll be upset with me. The main behavior, he overcommits, avoids conflict, and betrays own priorities. The people pleaser. How many of you, I'm just curious, have a people pleaser that runs the show sometimes? They have a hard time saying no, or they want to be liked someone on a call. Yeah, yeah. I have that too significantly. It destroyed me. It destroyed my sales. I remember 2020, 21, 22. I would say anything just for their approval. I didn't even know that was happening until I was exposed, until someone confronted me in my own coaching. And they said, and I started to understand the principles and science behind shadows and realizing that is a massive shadow, right? Because then it becomes all about me, not about them, right? How do I look? How am I being perceived? And I become image driven, all from that root of seeking approval, the people pleaser, right? But what if on a sales call you could show up and recognize that now I'm being a people pleaser, but it's not me, it's not who I am, and separate that part. And you literally put the people pleaser right over here, and you don't say goodbye. He's not bad. He's a part of you. He's not bad. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. But what if you could just say, hey, thank you so much for you showing up in my life to protect me from something in my childhood, and you showed up as a mask, but I don't need you. Like you're helped me out in life many times to protect me from feeling. I didn't want to feel, so I just put on that performance mask, the people pleaser, to be liked. Because I didn't get approval from a mom and dad growing up. So I'm going to put you down right over here, right over there, and wave at you. And if I start to show up here, I'm just going to look at you. Right? You guys get that? So separating you and a visual anchor is what I'd suggest is getting a visual anchor. All right, we're going to go a little bit deeper. I've just kind of given you some things here as we're going through the perfectionist. Oh man, I always say right now I have a functioning perfectionist. Like he can haunt me, but he also is my biggest gift because I obsess with what really is more of I have high standards for who I coach. I have high standards for myself and my life because most of my life I was in addiction. I didn't have any standards. I was hopeless. So I never had a standard. But the perfectionist can either be a gift or a curse. It's a curse if what? You're not aware of it. Like I am a perfectionist. I am, right? I am struggling versus separating that part. I am being a perfectionist right now. No, right now, like, thanks for protecting me. I'm going to put you right over here, right? The rebel, I won't go through all these. The rebel, the liar. Well, actually, let's just go through these quickly then, just for time's sakes. No one tells me what to do. The rebel is like, you literally don't follow the rules. You do everything your way. It's your way or the highway, right? The liar, if they knew the truth, they'd judge me. So you lie. You exaggerate. Now, lying is not just like an upright lie. Lying is also when you exaggerate things, right? When you don't, when you tell a half lie, you tell half the information, right? You don't actually share what's true for you of how you feel. You tell them how you think. You tell how you want to feel, or you avoid feeling. You avoid transparency, right? So you lie and you pretend that everything's okay, right? Especially on a sales call, there's an identity that I train on. It's called a mode of authority. So we have different identities that we could step on a sales call or a business call or a relationship. One of the modes of authority is the truth seeker. Okay, the truth seeker. And this is really important in sales, is, or just anytime you're on a call, is accessing an identity of the truth seeker. Right? The truth seeker is like, if I just step into this identity of seeking truth and telling the truth, because all of a sales call is what? Seeking truth and telling truth, extracting truth. So it's an identity. So I have multiple identities that I train on, but I just want you to hear this one is, where are you not seeking the truth and where are you not asking the truth? Because if you're not, guess what's the liar. There's a part of you that is okay not seeking truth. So the liar shows up, right? If I ask the truth, they judge me. If I seek the truth, they judge me, right? Not allowed, not okay. The control freak. If I don't do it, it won't get done right. Right? My manager overworks. The critic. You're not good enough to like harshly yourself. The escapist. This is the one that the avoider, the escapist. I'll deal with it later, right? So there are tons more. These are the top ones. There are tons more. Fear-based shadows, ego-driven shadows, self-sabotage shadows, shame-driven shadows, anger-based shadows, all these things, right? So when I'm looking on someone in any interaction, I can instantly spot exactly what shadow is driving the bus just on how they show up, right? And I'm not here to tell you that you all have to do that or be that way. It's really being aware of what shadow right now is driving me and my results, and that's getting in the way. Now, I'm going to pause right here, and I'd love to hear from each, since we're intimate and small, I'm going to go around to each person. All right, we'll start with Dimitri and just share what's you believe is the part of you that don't acknowledge, that runs part of your results in any domain of life, specifically sales, if you want to go sales. What's that part?
Uh, Looking at all those, I was making a note of all of them, and I've put a check mark down for some. And I know that I've like the other ones in the past as well that I think I've kind of went along the victim thing. I've moved.
Yeah.
I've become aware of it, and I've kind of from it. But like the people pleaser, perfectionist, control freak, critic, escapist, those are like I with all of them at the moment.
Yeah. What do you think is the biggest one that's most destructive right now?
Critic, I've like a lot of procrastinating and putting it off because it's not perfect. I still feel like I can perfect it.
Which one of these stops you the most to get what you want most out of life? Would you say?
The perfectionist.
Okay. Yeah. Does that show up particularly?
Work mainly, but
Like
in
give
general,
me an exact like specific, or like, fuck, it's just perfectionist just showed up and it stopped you in your tracks. Like if you can give an example.
like as much effort in like for shows, for instance, because like I have that confidence. I'm not quite hybrid yet. I do setting, and I book some of my own calls. And when I do have my own calls to book, I do as much follow up as I should to actually get them on the call. It's kind of like one of those if they don't turn up, it's kind of like a sigh of relief because I don't feel I have the skills yet to be able to take the sales call.
So there's a lot of what I'm hearing more of. What was that last thing that you just said? You don't feel like you've got the skills
Yeah.
because what are you believing about yourself?
They're not there yet. Like I don't have that, and I don't have that confidence yet to be able to do it.
Which, what's the meaning that you're giving it about yourself? Because I heard you say the critic is in there. Like he's kind of in, right? Like what are you
Yeah.
judging about yourself? What's the judgment?
The judgment is that I'm not good enough.
Yeah. So what I call the shadow belief that's driving it all. Now, the way the way in life that you adapted to protect that shadow is in form of the cry and the perfectionist. Like those are just ways that you show up in life now. And there's all these different behavior patterns that align to that shadow, right? All from that driving shadow story that I'm not good enough. So what I'm hearing more, and this is, I'm not hearing the perfectionist. I'm hearing more of the critic. Like you fuck out of yourself. You're not good enough. Look at that. Oh shit. The trigger
Yeah,
thought
right
is
there.
not good enough. Look at that. I knew that. I was just getting, I sensed that's what it was. The critic.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yourself so much that you're not where you should be, that you don't have the confidence and skills, that I can only be there if X, which is all judgment of self. And it's stopping you completely from getting where you want to be.
Oh, it's stopping me in my tracks. Like
I
that's
know. But what it doesn't have to anymore from this moment on.
that would be fucking amazing. Like just
So you couldn't believe that thought that I'm not good enough. Like if it was just gone. I love Wayne Dyer. You guys know Wayne Dyer? Amazing,
Yeah.
amazing thing. I think I started studying him like 12 ago, 15 when I started getting into this work. I remember the one thing he said from one of his books is if you couldn't believe that thought, like if it was gone, like who would like open up? I just love that question. It is the most powerful question. By the way, it's great to talk to prospects and use that too, but it becomes a tactic if you've never asked yourself that question.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like, if you don't ever, that's why I like doing this work. So like, if you couldn't believe that thought, if that thought was gone, it was just gone. Like the one in your brain, you weren't operating in that operating system about not good enough. What would be completely available for you right now? You know, like,
a lot more doors would have opened like sooner.
yeah, the mind wants to go general because it's still in protection mode right now.
Yeah.
It will protect you from being like going impossibility because it's not normal for you. So
Yeah.
what if you could just go there right now and just really, what would be possible for you if that thought was gone? I want you to allow yourself to go there. You have full permission to
Honest,
go there. What specifically would be different in your life today?
work wise today, if that didn't exist, I feel like I be in that position where like I'm seeing a sales rep doing like only and doing like 50 plus and being on like solid on being consistent with their work, right?
Okay, cool. Love it. This is great. You're doing great work. Like you're getting there, but like, give me a number. What's be open up for you? Give me a specific thing. I would be what? What's
Like when you number,
yeah?
what do you mean?
I
Like
heard you say
financial
50. Yeah,
50,
fine. Ah, and how much are you making
50
now?
grand. Right now I'm average below 5K a month.
Okay. Okay. Fascinating that you're literally just one belief away, one narrative away from $50,000 a month.
Yeah, but it's like gremlin.
Yeah. Well, a gremlin, and who are you really? Now, so this is what I call the 2.0 version, the king. The work with the king. So there's a king version of you that knows everything. What is the truth? What does the king know about you? What is your king? What is the truth about who you really are? I'm not good enough. Bullshit.
Yeah.
Like laughing. What the fuck? Oh my God. Like when you get that fucking thing, there's nothing to fix. There's nothing wrong
Yeah.
with you. But like, what's the truth about Dimitri?
The truth is that I'm mindset is getting in my way. Like it's
I got your story, but what's the truth? That's your narrative. But what's the truth about Dimitri? Who is Dimitri? And I want you to use these words. I am a
man who achieves their goal.
who else? I want you to own it. I am a man who. Good word.
I'm a man who can do 50K a month.
Yes. Because who are you really? I am. What's the truth you were born as? The absolute
Sorry?
truth. What's the truth that you were born as? Who are you really? Who is Michi really? What's the truth?
That's a tough question. But it has to be answered. The truth is that I can do anything that I put my mind to. Like that's
You are, I want you to give me some traits. Who are you really? What are the traits and qualities that make up how amazing fucking Dimitri is? What are the beautiful traits about you?
I'm smart, I'm caring, I like to help people. Like
Traits. You did great. I'm smart. I'm caring. Who else is Dimitri? Who else?
brilliant question. I'm the person that gets it done, but so I put a but in there, but it gets it done right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because what is the truth about the belief about you? What's the belief about you that's true? So here are all the amazing qualities, and I think they're incredible. Because that's who you are. That's not who you are. And what's the true
Yeah.
belief about you, Dimitri? That you are what? I am what?
Capable.
Because you are what? I am.
Because I'm me.
So don't forget who you are. The only reason you're not where you want to be is because you forgot who you are.
Wow.
All you have to do is remember. The shadows get in the fucking way, don't they?
Oh yeah.
The darkness. I know. But it's about investigating truth. And the truth is, this is really who I am. This shadow is showing up right now for a reason in my life. It was there to protect me, the perfectionist part, the critic. But it's not me. It's just who it's I had to adapt in the world to survive. So what if I can just say, and this is what I invite you to do moving forward, is to separate you from that part. So this, you get an object, and if that's the destructive one, which it is for you, then when that critic comes up, like he has a story. What's the story? What does the critic say?
Not
Yeah.
good enough.
And then that's the belief. And then there's all these narratives that play, don't do that, don't do the follow-up, don't do this. Those are narratives playing from the core belief. And just smile at him and laugh at him and put him over here and just watch him, love him, integrate him. And your sales are going to skyrocket. Your life's
just
going to
aware-
get so much better. It's
the awareness, yeah.
awareness and integration. Integration is the word. Yeah. And what's really important is once you separate, is you actually then claim who you really are. Because you just forgot for the moment, for the week, or for the month. Who am I really? I am. I'm a leader. I'm a powerful leader. I'm a powerful man. I'm a service-driven man. I'm a connected man. I'm a king. And all of a sudden, like you can see my face lighten up a little bit. It's like, I am.
Yeah.
That's not me. That's a part of me. This is who I am. And then, Dimitri, and this is for all of you, this is called the shadow shift as a tool, and take an action. Why do you think it's important once you reclaim your identity of who you really are to take an action? So why do you think it's important to take an action, a micro action from that identity of who you really are?
So you can keep that identity, like not like the sneak back in.
Yeah, it's to reclaim the king because you're all kings. It's to reclaim who you really are. You just forgot.
Yeah.
That's who I am. That's me. You smile, laugh, move on. It's actually really simple, right? But it's practice, practice,
Mm.
and the willingness to be open. So one of the things I had on that document is I said, be open to evolving, be open to learning, to be in self-discovery and inquiry of self constantly. One of the reasons I made so much money is because I was consistently, not even money, I was in addiction 10, 15 years, was it 10 years ago? My life was sucked, but I was a seeker for more, seeker for evolution, seeker for not just trusting that like life is happening and seeking more than I have now. And then the mentor appeared, then the coach appeared. So constantly be a seeker of inquiry, of investigation of self. So for you, Dimitri, going from judgment to curiosity. This is for all of you guys too. Like, what if you could just operate from? I actually learned this. I wish I learned this when I was in heavy addiction for the 15 years I suffered in silence. I realized that really the cure for addiction is stepping into curiosity. Why am I binge eating? Why am I in addiction? Why is this going on? What do I not know about myself? Why is my mind doing this versus being judgmental about what's happening, being curious on what's happening? It's a separation of agency, right? So just being curious about yourself and everything. Why do I do this? Why is that happening? That's interesting. I wonder why this is going on, right? So the action's important to anchor in the truth. So this is such a great little hot seat here. This is cool. Didn't know this is amazing. Again, I didn't none of this is planned. This is how it works, right? Especially with these small groups. Whatever to be met in the container of the group, it arises. The magic of it, right? If I'm attached to how it's supposed to look, then it's my agenda, not the agenda of the group. This is how I operate my 3 hours every week. I call it the war room because it is a war within yourself, internally and externally. So we go deep on elements, and it's just magic show every week. So the anchoring, the action is important. Okay. So what is like what would king do right now? I like to access the king, the two self. What's the action the 2.0 king would say to do right now? That you do, that you want to do? What would he tell you? It could be anything, whatever comes to mind first.
Just do it. Like that's the first thing that comes to mind.
I love the mindset.
Just-
What's the action? What's the thing you're not doing that you're procrastinating on that you need to do? that the king's like, do it. It's one thing, small.
Make the call, get on top of them, do exactly what I would do for
Okay, give me
what
one.
I would do
Give me
for
one
them.
thing. So you actually can do it, but at the end of this meeting, by today, what's the one? What's the small little thing? What's the one thing?
Follow up on my show sales calls.
Okay, still your brain's like out of that. What's the actionable, specific one thing that you could do that is outcome driven? That's a win. Like five. Like be very specific on that. It's so
Specifically,
simple, stupidly simple. Yeah, so simple. Like, is it that simple?
like I'm trying to figure this out. Like, is it like work with what's been holding me back with work?
Yeah. So you mentioned I would always link it to the behavior of the
Yeah.
shadow, right? Which is the judgment that I'll never have. I don't have the skills, so I can't. Right? Go back to that. What is a small little action you can take to just smash that the old way
Well,
and operate from I'm caring and all the things you shared? What's one small thing? And
do role
likely
play.
it's what you can do for yourself.
Do role
Because
plays.
when you role plays, okay.
Yeah.
How long?
Like a proper cell, like the Gavrian. So,
Okay. So how long?
or 40 minutes.
Is it 30 minutes or is
So
it 40 minutes?
at least 30 minutes.
Okay, got it. Clear. That's clear. Are you clear on that?
I'm clear on that. Yeah.
Okay, more clear. It's because details matter. Still matter because I want you to win and I want you to want you to
Yeah.
win. And I know you want to win, so let's set you up for win, right? What today? Are you going to do the 30 minutes?
It would have to be like, because I'm booked in.
Yeah.
It would have to be after 2 p.m. Eastern. So
After two? Got it. What time? So what time?
2:30 to 3 o'clock.
Cool. Eastern time?
Yeah.
Cool. Last piece is really important is anchoring the why, the purpose. Because if you don't anchor the purpose and the why behind it, you're not going to do it. What's at stake if you don't do this? What's at stake if you don't actually role play? And I want you to get to the truth. Like, what's fucking at stake if you don't role play this?
What's at stake is that if I don't do, if I don't believe I'm good enough.
And what's at stake if you believe you're not good enough? What's at stake for Dimitri if he defaults back to the 1.0 version of him that believes he's not good enough into the shadow? What's
Then I can't
truly
be
at
me.
stake?
I can't be me. I can't be the king.
And if you're being you, what's at stake for not being you?
I can't reach my goals.
And if you can't reach your goals, who pays the price?
I do.
Okay, you have
Dimitri, the
family?
king.
You have a family, Dimitri?
Yeah.
Okay. Kids? Oh my gosh. Fuck yeah. I have 4 kids too, man. We could have a power now with the death thing. What's your kids' names?
Thalia, Zach, Nefeli, and Phoebe.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot of names. Okay.
Yeah.
I love it. Who yeah. So they pay the price? They
Yeah,
pay
because
the
if I'm
price.
not the best version of myself, don't give them a good example to
Who? Oh, do you have a daughter?
3 daughters
Oh shit.
and a
Oh
son.
my, I have one. Okay. I have a daughter thing because I'm a dad and my heart melts every time I even think about my daughter right now. She's 11 and
Congratulations.
she's my drive because I never be the man for her. Like I want her to see the best
Yeah.
man. So when she grows up, she has a man that she said, my dad taught me, right?
Yeah.
So, and I say that because for you pay the price.
No, it's true.
And I would say more financially. Is that possibly true?
On the financial side of things, yeah, because like if I'm in that position, my kid live in the UK with so
Yeah.
if I
Okay.
don't have the
Yeah.
finances there, it doesn't give me the freedom. Like they don't miss out on anything, like that's given, but like if I don't have the finances, it puts a spanner in the works as to me being
Yeah.
able to go visit them or get them to come over. Because every time they come over, like I'll their tickets,
Yeah.
book them in and everything like that, so they can come over and visit.
Yeah.
So better finances are the one-to-one time we get.
Perfect. I'm gonna pause right there. Great. One question. Okay. What did you take away from, and then I'm going to go around to each person. I'd love to hear, what are you taking away? Like, what's your biggest takeaway from this, Dimitri, today for yourself?
I'm into my man. That I'm not good enough to take over, and like that putting it to the side, and like
Yeah.
just be aware that it's there. Like it's not to disappear entirely. Just like like all of the other traits that I said that I resonated with 6 out of 9, right? The other ones I had in the past, I'm aware of them, but like being aware and being like knowing they're there kind of makes me more conscious as to like stay there, right? Good for you, but stay there.
Mm-hmm. Amazing. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah. And remember, smile at it.
Yeah.
Like with it. It's like, just shout out. Don't be so, like, it doesn't have to be such a heavy thing.
Yeah.
People think, oh, heavy. It's no, just light around it. The darker it is, the more lightness that become alive.
And as a second note, just to add on to there, that it's because I am self-critical all the time, it's all right to turn around and say, I'm me, I'm the king. Like that was very
Yes.
empowering.
Yes. King's always there. Remember, and I think of all the time, it's like my heart, like they're just laughing at me, like, dude, what are you doing? Right. But it takes conscious awareness as a man to actually just be aware. It's like, oh, I just forgot that I have access to this part of me that knows everything. So yeah, awesome. And I'd like to hear if there's a committed action you committed to from this takeaway. But if not,
Yeah,
we can just have awareness around the committed action. Yeah. Or
yeah.
the
That's the
takeaway.
biggest takeaway personally. I thought it
Yeah.
was a different shadow, but after kind of he broke it down, what it actually is, I figured out what it is for me. Which is imposter syndrome. Like the fact that when I get to certain levels in my income, I was like, oh shit, I hit 22K, but I'm like, is this a fluke? Is this something that is actually me? So then I kind of old actions and it would sabotage me.
Mm-hmm.
Like moment listening to you speak.
Mm.
Committed action is just doing these exercises every morning, 5 to 10 minutes, reminding myself who I actually am, like being specific as possible, reminding myself. So that's my committed action.
Love it. I love it. Because who is Matthew really?
Yeah, Matthew, leader. He's a committed father.
Yeah.
Who uh, perfect action. So
Mm.
that's gotta keep reminding myself that. So I appreciate
What's
that.
the most amazing trait about Matthew? The most incredible trait that makes up who you are? What's the one biggest trait?
I really care for people, even if it sometimes at the expense of my own thing.
Uh-huh.
That's
I said, meaning the care. I feel
yeah,
that energy from you. Do you show up that way in sales with your people?
I do.
Great. Great. Is there anywhere in life that you don't show up in that energy of I care? Like really ownership of I care so they feel it.
Yeah, can bleed into like personal
Yeah.
show up.
Which one specifically does it not?
Uh,
Are you avoiding actually stepping into that amazing, beautiful gift that makes up who you are?
yeah, all my friends, my first close friends can bleed into family. Where I'm not giving that 110% that I should be.
Is there one specifically that you've been avoiding that comes to mind immediately as I ask you the question?
Yeah, it's my
Okay.
different, but that's where I'm not as much.
What's going on with your brother?
Yeah, I just the difference of lifestyle choices, our difference in value. I'm not checking in as much as I should be in with him, not showing or displaying that much I care. And I can tell it's created like a big riff, which wasn't always the case when we were growing up, but it's definitely is.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
I've had that with my brother too, up and down. Like I get this relationship that you want. What's the shadow that's driving that?
it could be procrastination.
There's a lot there. We don't need to
Yeah,
unpack all,
yeah,
but yeah, if it's not the relationship that you want, Matthew,
yeah.
right? I heard you say commitment.
Yeah,
That invites you to commit something that has to do with something that will create a breakthrough for yourself. That has to do with how you can
yeah,
bring your key.
yeah,
Because remember, the king, if that's who you are, and it is, I sense it, and I have that too. Like I care so much. Where am I not caring that I get to apply the king in other domains of life? Because if I apply it here, where there's chaos and friction, I'll make more sales over here. I'll produce at a higher level here because this emotional energy no longer sits with me internally
right.
because right, I invite you to make a commitment there. Now think about that. We may come back to takes, but about that. Okay. So Joe, hey, Joel, how about you? How about you?
Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Acknowledging, not avoiding, because I'm actually a very unserious person, and I always just avoid shit. Um,
Hmm.
I'll make something seem like less of a big deal than it actually is.
Yeah.
But in reality, it sometimes cause big deals of problems because sometimes I'll sabotage it. And when I was looking at the ones, I was like, oh, is it this one? Is it this one? But then they all led back to just one.
Which was the escapist? The
It was actually sabotaging. I'll be like, it's like it's a lot of areas of my life, to be honest, not just
yeah.
areas of my life. I think that bleeds into the sales.
Hmm. Always good because you leak power. When you don't
Mm.
have all domains lined, even 2 out of the 4 aligned, or even 3 out of the 4, you leak power as a man. And when you leak power, you leak confidence. When you leak confidence, it shows up in your sales and all your conversations. Yeah, that's great awareness, like massive. It's a new awareness for you about the saboteur part, particularly.
I have always been aware that like
Yeah.
an issue, but my approach to it has been to just kind of fine.
Yep. Protector narrative. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the liar kicking in place. He's like, oh, the liar coming in, I'm gonna lie. Like, it's not true, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna move to Christian. Christian, how about you? What's for you?
For me, I think it's the critic more than anything. And potentially, it was one of the last ones. I don't remember what it was, but it was kind of, but it wasn't quite the same as the procrastinator. Forget what that one was, but I think primarily the critic. I
Mm,
tend to be pretty hard on myself,
mm,
and it bleeds into the other areas like the perfectionism.
yeah.
Uh, but overall, I'm definitely really hard on myself. I don't need to be.
Yeah. And I know that you probably know that. It's not like a new thing. For you, it's
Yeah.
like share is how can you separate you from that part,
Mhm.
right? That's gonna be the next stage, right? Where it's like, here's
Yeah.
me, here's the part, here's who I really am. It's just that
Yeah.
and sometimes we're like, no, I don't want to like even the part. I love being a procrastinator because you're getting something from it, right? So
Yep.
it's the said being open. How like it's gonna take you being open and willing
Yep.
and to be in a space of like this wow. And
Yep.
that's the hardest part is letting go, being open to just looking for 7 seconds.
Yep.
But it's like that's because I both know, but people stay in these places for years and they're in the same spot 20 years later, a year later. You can call it a rut, you can call it whatever you want to call it. It's simply because they're attached to they get something from that part. There's a secret payoff they're getting
Yep.
from it. They're secretly getting something. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think there's probably a underlying belief that being more critical of myself holds me to a higher standard, and so then I
Mm.
perform better because I'm critical of myself,
Mhm.
as opposed to what I also
Yeah.
know to be very true is that sabotages yourself, and if you're just
Yeah.
believing what you want and going after that instead of being hard on yourself, then that will also lead to
Yeah.
better results.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for sharing, man. Thanks to all of you for sharing. We're gonna wrap up here. Um, remember, it's not change doesn't your life. Like money doesn't change your life. Things don't change your life. It's evolution of who you're being that will change your life. That was kind of my line from the beginning to the end, on accident, but also it all makes sense. If any of you would like to explore this deeper, I'll drop my number. Send me a message on WhatsApp, and we'll set up a longer conversation. We can explore this. We can have fun with this, but also explore it. I do coaching. I got programs. There's no expectation of anything. If you want to explore it, then book a call with me. I'm more than happy to explore this deeper with you individually and create a game plan and work together. Not a big deal. It's more of a game plan for you. And if we do, great, but if we don't, that's okay too. So I'll drop my here. Just shoot me a text on WhatsApp, and we'll definitely go much deeper for you individually. So my number's in the chat. Does anyone have any questions before I roll out of here? Before you guys jump into the day? Anything at all?
What's your version of like the 3.0, 5.0 version? Is that how much of the shadows you conquer, or is that, I mean,
That's a good question. Um,
if it's don't worry about it. But
it's such a good question. I can answer that in a sentence or an hour. I book a call with me, and we'll definitely unpack that deeper on a call. There should be a message on WhatsApp. But in a nutshell, um, in my opinion, my experience in life, the purpose of life is expansion. And when we choose not to expand, we die. And we're not living purpose-driven, passion-driven, vision-driven, moment to moment. So we have different versions of us that we get to expand into if we open to it. The mentor will come, the coach will come, the trainer will come, the program will come, right? It'll open up. And if we just are not open to it, the window, we shrink back down to this version, right? Because we don't stretch ourselves. We go back to the comfort. There's a version of you, Matthew, that's making $1 million a month. There's a version of me that's making that. Right? It's not the thing I'm after. It's what beliefs and identities I must die in order to become that version. Because I'm even holding on to identities as well that I'm so attached to. Right? There was an identity 10 years ago. There's one 20 years ago. There was one 5 years ago. And who I believe myself to be. So it's about death and rebirth of those identities. And I got bazillion stories on those. But does that make sense a little bit more, Matthew?
No, that makes sense, man. I really appreciate
Yeah.
this. Yeah.
Yeah. As guys,
Yeah, thank you.
congrats on winning the Follow Intimate group here. I love doing these once a month for those that come in that win the house. So great job, guys. Christian, it was awesome. Thanks, brother.
Thank
Talk of the
you.
day, y'all. All right. See
You
y'all
guys.
later.
Thanks,
All right.
Christian.
See you later.
You guys.